I sometimes stress about going to school. It was a load of stress because it was a new school, new schedule, everything.
I feel a little bit anxious and nervous about things.
I'm a little afraid, with public speaking.
So I see, people, ambulance go by, and I don't know who it is, but I feel like somebody out there needs the help.
If I'm just kind of stressed out about, just being in a different place.
I think I read 1 in 5 kids suffer from anxiety or stress-related illnesses, where kids aren't coming to school, can't function in school, go home early because they get sick.
Sometimes kids come to school with what I call an invisible backpack, where they're just weighed down with some of this emotional stress that they can't be open to learning new things.
Tapping is this great thing. It helps you relieve a lot of stress.
After we tap, we're all focused and we're all concentrating on our schoolwork, which really helps.
I could feel a difference during my test than before in the year, and after I tapped, I just felt a lot more calm.
Well, tapping and meditation helps me a lot to concentrate.
It makes me calmer, before a test. If I'm really anxious, I just tap or meditate, and then I feel a whole lot better.
There's a noticeable difference in a room after the kids have tapped and then they engage in an assignment. That level of engagement in a classroom goes through the roof because the kids are functioning as one as a class. And there's a buy-in that doesn't exist in other classes where maybe the tapping isn't going on.
I have seen absolutely an increase in student productivity, lessening anxiety, more focus, collaboration with my students. And I know it's because of tapping.
One of the things that we found is that the students are far more focused and ready to learn, that the objective of the lesson is much easier to reach when you get these high energy sixth grade students all focused and grounded and ready to learn.
It helps create that space where I'm getting so much more done because the kids are more focused. And when they go off task, there's somebody next to them that tap, or I can say, tap it out. You need to focus. And when they do, I have them.
When the kids know that the teacher is trying to do something positive for them, the kids give that positive feeling back to the teacher. And now suddenly, instead of kind of an us and them feeling between teacher and student, there really is a sense that everybody is on the same team and on the same page, that there's a love that exists in the room that grows out of a care and concern that the students can sense that the teacher has for them, and then the kids give it back tenfold.
And we are getting so much more done. So even though, I'm losing time at the beginning and the end of my class, I am gaining so much more in between.
When the kids are tapping together and when they meditate with each other, is that they're building a certain level of trust. And once that trust is established in the classroom, then really you can accomplish just about anything.
They're much kinder to each other. They're much more aware of each other. They're much more concerned with each other.
Make them feel accepted at school, make them feel loved at school. Then we think that we can start to eradicate some of the problems like bullying that really kind of stand in the way not only of kids learning, but of kids even wanting to come to school in the first place.
It may seem like it might not work at first, or it just seems a little weird, but after you do it a couple of times, I think you'll be doing it forever.
I didn't really know what all this meant, but now it really helps me with schoolwork and even outside of school.
I would encourage other students at other schools to do tapping because it helped me a lot, and it makes me a better student.
The idea of tapping is asking students to become more aware of themselves, more aware of the human element, so that they can take that humanity and apply it to the people directly around them.
Just think about a time when you're really stressed. You forget things, you are not able to function correctly. Put all that on an 11-year-old and send them to school and say, you have to do this. Here's more stress, you know. You have to get this grade. There's more stress. And you take that away, and it makes it easy. We're humans. We want to learn. It was very simple to do. I got the permission from my principal, wrote a little letter home. I'd like to try this, stress relief with my students. And parents are so open to that because who wants their kids stressed?
There aren't too many parents that don't want their kids to do something that makes them feel great. And that's one of the things that the tapping and the meditation and the gratitude journals have done, is that they've tried to make the kids feel great about themselves.
We're all here for one thing. That's to serve the best needs of our students. And when our students are in need, when they're hurt, when they're lost, we need to help them find the way. That's all of our jobs. And this is just one very easy way that we can help students access a better part of themselves and do a great job on behalf of all of their own peers in each culture.
I feel this connection to my students that I hadn't felt like this before.
It's very valuable for me to do it.
I'm really grateful for having tapping.